Peace, everybody. It's your boy. Let's talk. We back with no video. All right, man. So let's get into this video real fast because I want to talk about why I believe why most modern women will always be in competition with men. So I was thinking about this because I was recently in a situation with a female, obviously, and it was kind of like, I won't say a back and forth. I would say more so like she wanted to, have a back and forth with me on like a type of see who got the biggest dick type thing, a pissing contest. And I'm looking at her like, what the hell? Are you serious, lady? Like, one, I don't even know your damn name. But I say this because this seemed to happen a lot, and it's not just with me. I noticed this with a lot of women today in society when it comes to their attitude towards men, and not just attitude, but just like competitiveness. It seems like most modern women today, or should I say a lot of modern women, they want to compete with the man. And I don't get it. Maybe it's because a lot of women today are in the corporate work field, or they work in hospitals, certain jobs where like they have to compete at work. So they do it so much at work that it's like maybe it's hard for them to cut it off when it comes when you get home or any other situation. And I think that's where the disconnect is, because so many of these females be confused when it comes times to be in a relationship or talking to someone in the talking phase, and everything can be cool at first, and then as soon as you give him the yams and you start getting into your attitude about certain things, he cuts you off. And you be like wondering why. And it's like, dudes don't want no damn argumentative masculine woman. Now, the reason why I said he'll cut you off after the yams, because to keep it funky, most guys that I know anyway, especially if you look good, you got a fat ass or something, dudes will tolerate you until they get the yams. that may be a hard pill to swallow for some of you, but that's the truth. A dude would tolerate that nonsense. He'll put up with it all of it. Most dudes anyway. Soon as you get the yams, especially if it's mid, if you got some mid yams, bro ain't putting up with that no more. He gonna drop you right after he get that nut. Now, if your yams is above average, he might can put up with it, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times, depending on the skill level of the yams in the top. Because a lot of guys, they will look past the red flags, just to get a nut off. And I can say that because I'm a guy, and I like to hold men and women accountable, and I can be real about that. Most dudes, they wouldn't care about that as long as they get the yams first. But as soon as they get the yams, they're going to cut you right the fuck off. Because your yams is not that important. Because they can get your yams, they can get her yams, her yams. They probably can get your best friend's yams, your cousin's yams, your mom, your sister. If you're an older person, your daughter. They probably didn't get that because getting yams is so damn easy nowadays. It's really no effort on getting it. And you can get the best types too. It's not even just the simple fact words though, or you can just get mid all the time. No, you're getting some premium yams nowadays as far as the filling. But after that filling goes away, when that nut is released and guys come back to reality, they out of here. They out of here. And they do that because you ladies want to compete all the time instead of learning how to shut it down. You don't have to always be argumentative with your man or a man in general. You don't always have to, pull your dick out to have a dick measuring contest. You don't you don't really have to do none of that stuff. Your superpower is your femininity. And that's one thing that be confusing me, because it seems like most women nowadays, or let me stop saying most. But it seems like a lot of women nowadays don't have that realization that having real femininity is a superpower. Y'all like to say flex. I hate that shit, but that's a flex. Like, not masculinity, not competitiveness, but femininity. And this is not saying be a slave, because a lot of you equate femininity as being a slave, especially when someone says being agreeable and submissive and supportive and non-combative. Like, how can you put all that as slave ship? That just goes to show you how messed up the mind frame of today's society is, because all that stuff is simple common sense shit that people did throughout history since the beginning of man and woman, about loyalty, about respect, about compassion, about accountability, like responsibility, obligation. But nowadays, that's slavery. That's weird to me. And that's why I'm one of those guys who I'm talking about in this very video. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys who, I don't put up with combativeness. I don't put up with being smart and all that. Like, I don't do none of that shit. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not gonna feed into it. I'm gonna let you be great, and I'm just gonna go my own way. And that's what it is. And that's my superpower. My superpower is not giving a fuck. Because at the end of the day, what you think, what you say, what you do, it really doesn't affect me one way or the other. Because we all responsible for ourselves. Now, we all can, have certain criticism and critiques for other people. But at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves. So I don't put stock into what other people think. Especially when your criticism is based upon ignorance and disrespect and bullshit. And I know what I'm saying is going towards the right path. Like, none of that stuff means anything to me. And I think a lot of you guys, y'all need to focus on that too. Because once you do realize, well, first, you gotta get on your grind. And you gotta be on your purpose. And you can't be on bullshit. And you can't entertain a lot of dumb stuff, none of that. Once you can do that, and you comfortable in your own skin of who you are, and all that other stuff that the world does and these females and everybody do, it's not going to mean anything to you. So all that masculine attitude, all that attitude, you're not going to put up with it. Even if you were someone at one point who put up with it because she looked good and got a fat butt and all that stuff. But once you get on your grind, get on your purpose, and realize who you are, then you're going to start realizing that you can get the pick of the litter, and you can get someone who look just as good, but without all the negative traits. So, that's just what I think. But let me know what y'all think, man. Drop y'all comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.